So Habib Rizieq is the leader of Islamic Defenders Front, or the FBI, as we call it here in Indonesia. And he is a firebrand cleric. He has aligned himself with the former opposition of President Joko Widodo during the past two elections. And he himself has a large followings of Muslim hardliners across Indonesia.
And he wants to introduce Sharia law. He's, been under a lot of public pressure for some of his very controversial views.
That is right. And if you see the history of the group himself, the FBI was set up after the fall of President Suharto in 1998, and it quickly gained notoriety for for destroying bars, brothels, and nightclubs. And so it has gained a massive popularity among other anti-vice organizations, which is abundant in Indonesia, but it has smaller number of members compared to the FBI.
So he's been away from Indonesia for some time. He's come back after charges against him were dropped, and it seems like he's not planning on keeping a low profile.
No, since he returned last week, he has been flouting rules about coronavirus and COVID-19 left and right. So he has two massive gatherings, not including the massive gatherings of his supporters that flocked to the airport in Jakarta when he returned. But what actually makes the critics actually angry more is because he held a massive gatherings over the weekend to commemorate the birth of Prophet Muhammad and also the celebration of his daughter's wedding.
He's also met with the governor of Jakarta. Now, we know Jokowi has kind of been, treading this line, this difficult line of trying to appease hardline Islamists. What do you make of that meeting?
So Habib Rizieq was the supporter of Jakarta Governor Anies Baswedan during the 2016 Jakarta gubernatorial election. And the FBI was the leader of the so-called 212 movement, which is the movement where Muslim hardliners took to the street to demand prosecution for Jakarta governor at the time, Basuki Cahayapurnama, for blasphemy. Now remember that Basuki is ethnic Chinese and Christian, so he's double minority, and he actually lost to current Jakarta governor Anies Baswedan. So in a way, Anies Baswedan actually paid his respect by meeting with the cleric himself. But a lot of critics have said that, the cleric has actually violated the COVID rules when a lot of supporters came up and see him at the airport. Then now the governor showing leniency towards the cleric.
Yeah, double standards there. So how concerned are authorities that he's going to stir up more trouble, perhaps even provoke some radical reactions?
Yes, so the 212 movement was planning to also take to the street on December 2nd to commemorate the rally that actually brought down the former Jakarta governor at that time. But the national police, now that they're in hot water, especially the President Joko Widodo administration as well, has also told his ministers to be more firm towards the violations of COVID-19 rules. So the national police has said that they will not permit this protest to take place next month. But we'll see now with the Rizieq is not someone that particularly known for actually, following the rules and the regulations. So we will see some movements from him in the next weeks to come.
And has there been any condemnation of him from Jokowi or any others in high places?
Yes, President Joko Widodo, during a limited cabinet meeting yesterday, actually said that, we need to be more firm towards COVID-19 violations. We should not discriminate against the perpetrator. So that's why there is some movement within the National Police, and Jakarta Police Chief and West Java Police Chief have been demoted and they have been replaced. And also Jakarta Governor Anies Baswedan was questioned by the police, who is trying to investigate the root cause of this violation.
All right, Resty, good to talk. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Beverly.